Mobile banking is emerging as a major force across the world, with a much larger proportion of the population having access to mobiles than to bank accounts. Last week there was a report that the number of mobile connectivity has exceeded the population of the world. While on the one hand, there are examples of rural communities in East Africa using mobile payment to buy water and solar power. On the other hand, mobile-based apps provide opportunity to banks to offer a range of services to their customers around the clock at a cost-effective way. Similarly, banking through agent is rapidly growing as a critical mode of reaching unbanked areas. The rapid advancements in technology and customer behavior are bringing all the above options of branchless banking right at the center of the banking strategies for the future. The objective of the Roundtable is to get CEOs of banks, telecom companies, and various other agencies, stakeholders across the world to share, discuss, and ideate on the opportunities and challenges of mobile and agency banking. For the purpose of increasing mobile banking and mobile payment in India, it is imperative that some of the following steps have to be taken immediately. One, we need to specifically look at the entire issue pertaining to liability of the service provider for mobile banking and mobile payment. Appropriate amendments are needed in the Information Technologies Act 2000 so as to facilitate mobile banking and mobile payments. In addition, given the fact that mobile banking and mobile payment will deal with sensitivities of personal data, there is a need for putting in place enabling legal framework for dealing specifically with sensitive personal data on mobile banking and mobile payment platforms. Fourthly, given the fact that mobile banking and mobile payment are likely to generate cyber crimes, the relevant criminal activities that have already begun in the context of mobile banking payment will need to be appropriately penalized in the law. Further, we will have to create a citizen and user-friendly framework for better adoption of mobile banking and mobile payment. For increasing mobile payment and mobile banking in Indian scenario, we have few suggestions for all the regulators and stakeholders. Registration of mobile number by the customer with the bank is the foundation of the mobile-based financial services. From the angle of security measure in the financial transaction in India, RBI has already mandated that banks should send the alerts to the customers for every debit and credit transactions in his account. But registration of mobile number into account has not been mandated as yet. It is still kept optional for the customers. For the growth of mobile-based financial services, it is necessary that mobile number registration has to be made mandatory for all new bank accounts. Of course, the no-frill accounts can be exempted. The second suggestion would be to encourage mobile payments. A national registry of mobile number may be set up on the lines of Aadhaar mapper. It can achieve at no additional cost by upgrading the Aadhaar mapper of NPCI to include the mobile number as well. In the UK, such an initiative has been taken recently, and I understand that in a period of 3 months, more than 2 million customers have registered for this service. In the UK, money transfer is today possible with just a mobile number as financial address. For wider use of USSD, the TROY has given out a paper-based mobile payment. It is suggested that RBI may take up with TROY for mandating the telecom companies to provide the services under the 3-language formula. At present, only English is permitted, but we suggest that it should be a 3-language formula to encourage people to move to mobile banking, mobile payment, and eliminate shortage of small notes and small coins, which is acute in several parts of the country. Two-factor authentication should not be insisted on for micropayment of rupees 200 and less. And similarly, MPIN should not be insisted on. The other session is coming to the issue of agency banking. the RBI has encouraged banks to adopt a structured and planned approach for the financial inclusion with commitment at the highest level through the preparation of a board-approved financial inclusion plans by the banks in India, with the objective of ensuring financial inclusion and increasing the outreach of banking sector. RBI has already permitted banks to utilize the services of intermediaries in providing financial and banking services through the use of business correspondent mechanism. As a result of this, nearly 248,000 BCs agents have been deployed by the banks as on 31st March 2014, which are providing services through more than 333,000 BC outlets. As on this date, nearly 117 million basic savings bank accounts have been opened using the BC network. Though the number of BC and ICT transactions showed considerable increase, it was observed that the increase in the volume of transactions was not commensurate with the increase in the number of BCs engaged in the opening of accounts and giving services. In order to facilitate the scaling up of the BC model, the Reserve Bank has recently liberalized further the guidelines on the BC guidelines. I hope this roundtable would lead to high-level discussions and facilitate ideas and opportunities and challenges of mobile and agency banking for the world. Thank you. Thank you very much.